Good evening, and thanks once again for coming to Omega TV Live. No, it's not Omega TV Live, it's Omega TV UK. Yes, I know, I was laughing, so I lost my thought process. Anyhow, I know, my producer is really making me laugh today. Sorry, I'm not even joking like that. But sorry, guys, this is serious business today because we've got Mavis Osei, co-director of Miss Ghana UK and MGUK Foundation as well.
MGUK Foundation.
And yes, she said it, but she's going to give a little synopsis. But before we start the program, I want to say that nice one to Omega TV. We won an award.
Congratulations.
We won an award for the best. Let me read it out so that I don't get it wrong. So we've got the Outstanding Diaspora Television Work Global Stars 2005.
25.
And it was presented 2025. I know. You see, the excitement is killing me. The excitement. Because when you win an award, you know what? When you win an award, it shows what you've done for the community.
It definitely
you
does.
Understand me? Because people just don't win an award. No. And my producer was even gobsmacked. It surprised him. And it shows what this TV station is doing for the community.
Definitely.
Well, when he said he won the award, I told him it's long overdue, which makes me sound ungrateful, but here's what it is.
No, it's
because for decades, he's poured his heart helping the community. So once again, well done, Omega TV UK. Nice one. So, sis, this good evening, my sweet. You know, we're there. You're like sweet 16. And
we're sweet 16.
So you're just flexing it out. But you've done, is it 33 years now?
Miss Ghana UK is around 33, but I've been involved for 25 years.
You see, and you've done a fabulous job bringing out this fantastic, elegant, intelligent, beautiful ladies, and you exhibit them so eloquently with the show that you do. But I want you to give us a little synopsis, because that's not the only thing that you do. You do other stuff as well. But now we're going to talk about Miss Ghana. So what producer is going to do is we're going to get to a point whereby it's going to show a video whereby it's going to show you what is coming up in October, on the 18th of October. So now we're showing the video now. You know what? I'm so excited. I wasn't even looking at the stuff. So we're showing the video now. So please, you guys can take a look at it. Okay, we seem to have a technical fault, but we're going to get there. But you see, it shows the class because they collaborate. Cocoa Board is supporting it, so it shows. Cocoa Board is supporting this program. You see.
We put them into 3 groups: Cocoa Past, Cocoa Present, and Cocoa Future. So they're here to gather information, to learn about the past, presently what we're using cocoa for, and the future of cocoa from the cocoa industry. And they'll add their own bit to there. So they'll be doing a performance on the day.
I guess that's where we started.
Yes. Yes.
So the ground running.
Yeah. So we're here. Finally.
I see you as the now in the diaspora to invest in cocoa. Okay, yes. You are in the UK. The UK is the 2nd largest chocolate market in Europe. The 3rd largest chocolate market in the world. So a lot of chocolate consumption. Yeah, but chocolate consumption is a big thing. Not only for the sweet part of it, because it has an emotional attachment to it. Okay, it's very good for the mood. It's good. It's healthy as well, except for the over sugarization and milking of it. That is the negative part. But cocoa is high in antioxidants, high in flavonoids, so it's good for blood circulation. It's good for mood as well. And as a country, we are privileged that is what God has blessed us with. So we need to grab that and run with it.
To every land, cocoa and if you die trying, die so you don't. Past, present, future, you're back to now, Miss Ghana UK, coin no console. We rise like the dawn, our roots held high. Brown gold shining beneath the sky. For generations yet to see, cocoa will tell our legacy.
Yes.
Okay, so now we're back, and this year you guys chose a theme,
So,
cocoa.
yeah.
So if you can give us a little synopsis of why you chose that.
Okay, so every year Miss Ghana UK has a theme. So we choose a theme. We've done Adenkra symbols in the future. We've done regions in Ghana in the past. Sorry. So this year we decided to choose cocoa because cocoa is what sustains Ghana.
Yes.
Out of all the minerals in Ghana. So 2023, when we took the winner to Ghana, we visited. We had the opportunity to visit Niche Factory, the chocolate factory.
Oh, that chocolate is nice.
Yes, so we actually had a half a day. The factory was closed, and when we came out of it, we had afterwards we had a meeting of the CEO, and he explained about how he got into cocoa and everything. But going back, I'm actually from a cocoa background.
Okay.
So my grandmother was a cocoa farmer.
Nice.
Until now, we still got cocoa in Gosso.
Okay.
So. And Silla also has cocoa background as well from Techiman.
So your roots.
So our roots are really from that.
Yes.
And then I think last year we had an opportunity to sit with cocoa marketing company as well.
Yeah.
And then we learned about how cocoa does sustain Ghana more than any other. So we thought it's educational. Miss Ghana is about educating people.
Precisely.
So it's not just about educating the contestants, it's also about educating the people that come to see the show. And the history, the heritage, preserving those things. So it's about a learning process. So what we wanted to do, we wanted the girl to have a wholesome experience. It's not just about walking around looking pretty, but also learning the journey and how they can tap into some part of it, whether it's the retail side or farming or whatever, because it's a whole opportunity for them. So we decided to talk about cocoa past, how cocoa got to Ghana. So a group we were doing about cocoa past, a group we were working on cocoa present. So now, is it just chocolate that we're using cocoa for? No. The pods are being used, the sap is being used, so they're using it for all different things. And in the future, what does the industry hold for the future of cocoa? You've got South African countries that are now coming up. I think it's Ecuador. Apparently is one of the leading cocoa producers. How's it going to affect the West African country if we're not careful?
Precisely.
So it's about learning. So the girls learn about why cocoa board is the only people that can actually buy cocoa from the farmers. So we've had that experience. So we went to cocoa board, and yesterday we had we've got an advisor on board who used to be a beauty pageant queen, American royal. So she's married to a Nigerian king, and she's supporting us this year. So she actually flew in from America, from the UN yesterday, and she came and had a session of the girls to talk about obviously how she got involved in cocoa. And so it was an interesting session. It's interesting. So we're all learning, and the girls are learning, and they're enjoying the experience. And this year, funny enough, the girls are a lot more mature. For the first time, they're a bit more older. So I think they're really enjoying the experience and learning and thinking about post Miss Ghana, what could they really do with cocoa, or tapping into those things as well. So that's why we chose the theme. One, because we went and visited cocoa, and then two, because we're from cocoa backgrounds.
Okay, when you said that, I remember I was reading, you sent me a little bio, and then you talked about the women behind the cocoa farming. Because I know, like, when somebody talks about farming, they actually they automatically assume that it's men. No,
when it comes to cocoa farming, I think over 55% to 60% are actually women. So there's more women in cocoa farming than, but obviously, when it gets to higher up in boardroom, then it becomes more male orientated.
And not to sort of like do anything to sabotage your relationship with them, do you feel that the way women are involved in cocoa in the farming aspect would actually translate to the boardroom if given a chance? Or do you feel... I think within the cocoa board, I think there are some females in there, but obviously when it comes down to top, there's always the hierarchy and all that stuff. But I think there's quite a lot of women in the cocoa board in the office-based stuff, but obviously when it comes to the ground roots, it is the women that do most of it. You know, Miss Ghana.
And one thing I also learned is that Ghana cocoa is the premium.
Yes.
Is the most trusted when it comes to all the countries because of how they dry it and they pick up the bits. So
the process of
how they do it. So when Ghana cocoa goes abroad,
quality is like the niche.
Quality is the niche.
Yeah, it's the niche, like the niche chocolate. Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you know, Miss Ghana, the last Miss Ghana was
a couple of years ago.
Yeah, a couple of years ago. Why did you sort of like put it a little bit on hold till?
I think the last year I was having a milestone year, and I've been doing this for like 23 years, 24 years at a time. And personally, I needed a year out to just for me.
Okay.
So I just thought I'm going to step back for the year.
Yeah.
And then when we come back, we'll come back again. But also funding. Sometimes funding is really difficult, and this year's been one of those years where funding has been very difficult to source.
Okay, so talking on that, and saying that, one thing that I know that in our community we continue not to do is to support good programs, and I continue to say this. And when I say it feels like we're falling on deaf ears, and when I say that, what disappoints me, no disrespect to anybody that dies, but we seem to invest more money into funerals than at the youth, because what you're doing is preparing the next generation of women. These women are going to become husbands. I know I keep repeating myself. Become husbands, they become mothers, they are sisters, you know.
And business women.
They're business women. And these ladies are the ones that once you pour into them, you're going to get more out of it. Miss Ghana has been going for 33 years, and you've taken it. And you've done a fantastic job, you and your team, because you've got Silla on your team. I saw the lady Gina. I saw Gina, and then you've got Jackie.
Jackie's on board, yeah.
Jackie's on board, and these are very strong, articulate ladies. Do you understand me? And you look at these women pouring their knowledge into these young girls, and we've got a community that, when it comes to finances or even if it's skill set, we don't pour it in. Like now, they're selling tickets. Buy some. Give it to your nieces, your nephews. You know, buy those tickets. Even if it's to raffle it out. Do you understand me? Because all that is in support. Because if you're going to go to somebody's funeral, you're giving £20 out, you're giving £30 out. Why don't we support Miss Ghana? Do you understand me? Omega supports Miss Ghana and 100%. Any community program. Young and Prolific supports it. The moment I saw what May was doing, my sis was doing, I'm saying, sis, I'm supporting. You didn't even come to me. I came to you.
It's true.
Do you understand? Yeah. Because, you see, we only relish or we only do things when it's negative. We don't support what is right and sustain it. Do you understand me? Now, you did the Yasantua one. I remember when you were doing the Yasantua thing. You forgot that one.
That was the last one.
Yeah, that's the last one. The Yasantua one. And that was empowering women, showing where black women's, African, Ghanaian women's strength comes from. A strong, Ashanti, black, innovative woman fighting for her country. These are the things that, you see, if you don't know who you are, how are you able to understand and give out? Do you understand? And Miss Ghana, you know what? I don't mess around with Miss Ghana.
I know.
I do not mess around with Miss Ghana, because what you're doing is sustaining a generation. You're leaving a legacy. You're leaving a legacy, because after we all leave this earth, what can somebody say you left behind? And what you're doing is so astronomical, I can't even put it into words. But I will try. But you see, I want you to break down, like, Miss Ghana, what was your passion? What made you? Because I know sometimes, if you look at things that go on, sometimes if you were not as resilient as you are, and you see things that go on, you decide to say that, you know what, but the way that you powerful women continue to hold the mantle, what drives you guys?
I think because we're all mothers, and we're all girls. For me, I've got a girl who all of us. I think every team member has got a young girl or has a female child.
Yes.
And I think for me, it's about giving back to the community. I think my passion is giving back, and I feel like if I can't give money and I give my time to make, even if one girl, my motto is, even if one girl out of the show walks away with something, I've achieved something. And it's the fact that we can see, we always use this caterpillar and butterfly.
Yes.
Like they walk in and they're caterpillars. By the time they leave, they're butterflies. They now have life skills that they can use forever.
That's it.
You know, we get the parents come and say to us, oh my God, I've seen my daughter grow in front of me. And when during the journey of Miss Ghana, we're parents, we're counsellors, we're teachers, we're everything you can think of, we are, because a lot of things come out that we have to support the girls or signpost them. So the welfare of the contestants is really important to us, and we take that very serious.
You know, as you were talking, there were such questions that went in my head. Some of them are popped out, but I'll try and grab some out from the brain of mine. You know, when you started Miss Ghana, you know, when you went into...
When I got involved,
Yeah, when you got involved in Miss Ghana, what were you expecting to get out of it? I know you see, because when you have a co-director that came here, Silla, some months back, yeah? And we spoke about the selection of how you get the girls. Now, when you went into Miss Ghana, when you decided that this is a journey I'm very, very passionate about, I'm going to go into, what were you expecting to get? What was the end result, basically?
I think for me, when I got involved in Miss Ghana first, it was about saving them money, because it was expensive back in the days. So it was about sourcing companies that can provide products. So a cloth company, a designer, to take those kind of elements of cost away from the shows, to make it a bit easier for the girls, which we've tried to sustain as much as possible even today. So this year's show, we're being sponsored by GTP, and we have a designer, Kofi Akoto in Ghana, that's sewing their traditional wear. We've also sourced another designer that's doing evening wear for some of the girls. And we try to, the cost element can be very high depending on what the individual girls want to do, but we try to bring that down for them. And I think also it's about the educating these young women, because it's great being I'm Ghanaian, but what do they know about Ghana? And sometimes we, as parents, we step back and say, hold on, we expect them to know so much,
and we don't teach them.
Taught them?
That's it.
Even down to the language.
Yes.
What are we teaching them?
Yes.
We want them to be able to do A, B, and C, but who's teaching them? So the little that we can do I remember a few years ago, I went to a radio station to do an interview, and someone called in, oh, why is it that they're not speaking Chi? And I'm like, so somebody's grown their daughter for 23 years. I have them for 3 months, and you're asking me that question?
When they've been in your home for, God knows, you the parents, you're the first role model of your children. So you're the one that has to instill in them.
Definitely. So, yeah, so for me, I'm passionate about giving back to these girls, because I see them grow. Look, I've still talked to some of the girls from when I started 25 years ago. I still have a relationship with them. And it's nice to have that community of women that, you know, and some of them come back. So right now we've got about 3 or 4 members. One of them did Miss Ghana about 20 years ago, and she's now come back to be part of the team to give up her time. We have some that did it a couple of years ago. They've now come back to come and join the team. So the contestants themselves come back to mentor new contestants, because they've been through the journey, so they can advise you and say, my experience was this, but you know, I can support you to do this. So it's about recycling.
You know, when you said that, one of the things that was going through my mind as you were talking was that we talk about Miss Ghana, and the day that you did a show, which I'm going to talk about, your health show, and there was one of the contestants that was there. I think the girl came from Ghana, and she said she was surprised about Miss Ghana's, you know, what Miss Ghana did, because all the pageants she's been in,
and
she's always had to pay a lot of money, and the biasness. And she said something that broke my heart, that even the contestants, sometimes you have to sleep with the judges so that you can get headway. And then she said, so when she came to Miss Ghana, there wasn't that much of a cost. She's saying that apart from you paying for your application and the registration and stuff, and that wasn't even that much. She said everything went so seamlessly. She thought, is this real? Do you understand? And it saddened me that things that we're supposed to use to elevate our children now has become like a commodity that people have to actually pay, and even then have to sell their soul to actually get something, you know, because you said she went to other pageants. So she mentioned them. So I remember when she said, no. You know, she said the reason why this thing got broken down was she was saying something. She goes, oh, all these pageants, they are all this, that. And I goes, hold up. I know Miss Ghana, and he ain't like that. And then I remember she said, no, I'm not talking about Miss Ghana. And I said, the next time you're talking, say that apart from Miss Ghana, yeah, all the pageants are XYWZ. Do you understand? And she goes, oh yeah, auntie, I'm sorry that, you know, when you said it, I wasn't talking. I said, but the way you said it,
came across
because I know Miss Ghana and what they do for the community. What you said all of a sudden, if I was somebody sitting on the side, I'll think, oh, they're like that. She goes, no. That she was surprised about how you guys spoke to them, how you talk to them, how you advise them, how it's like you give them, instill self-confidence in them. It's like it's just the women there, you don't criticize. It's like we listen but we don't judge kind of thing. And she was taken aback. And I said, that is what you people have to continue to promote. Because when you've got 100 bad apples, yeah, when there's one good apple, that 100 overtakes the good ones. And however or wherever you go, make sure that you say this. And she goes, yeah, I'm going to say this, that now that you said it. And I said, it's not that I've said it, you were in there, so you were supposed to promote it. And she goes, because that's what I said, now before she said it, and she goes, apart from, and I goes, nice one. Okay, so now, as I know you're preparing for the show, I know now you are on like a 24-hour opening door, back and front. The new contestants that have come, what is it like? Is it different? That, you know, like with every Miss Ghana that you do you see anything that stands out differently from the contestants, or they are similar traits?
I think, as I said earlier on, this year's one, they're more mature. Okay. They're a bit older, so I think when they're older, they seem to have a bit more, they know a bit more about life. Okay. And, you know, master's degree students or working, so they're more mature and they deal with things a bit different from somebody who's a bit younger, which is expected because they don't have the experiences that these people have. So that's something different. And I think because this year we've taken them out to go to business kind of corporate environments where they're able to really listen. Like, we're giving them a live experience that they're able to then really tap into. And I think that's something different, that even though we do things, I think this year is really educational. We really want them to get hold and understand that the cocoa journey, and then take it out there and sell it, because they're brand ambassadors. You now educate other people within the community. And that's what we do. Whatever bit that we can give them, they then go and nurture somebody else. Even older people, because not everybody knows. I don't know much about cocoa. All I know is the eating and the spreading of my hips and all that stuff. But as you rightly said, it's something that is kind of more, it's more like a heritage, a cultural. It is. Whereby we all have to actually look into, learn about. And that's what we do with Miss Ghana. Everybody that comes to the show, we want them to walk away, and they do. They walk away with something. As you said, the last one that we did in 2022, it was about Yasantwa. Yeah. Finding the Yasantwa in you. Yes, it. What was she? A mother, a farmer, a businesswoman. Every woman has those traits, and you're able to. She was a fighter. She was a survivor. Everything. So every single woman has those traits in them. It's about tapping into your one. That's it. So everything that we do about MGUK is about learning. It's about our culture. It's important to us. Yes. I call myself, sometimes I'm a traditionalist. Yes. Because I love the culture that we have. We have so many things that a lot of people don't have. So it's about teaching them. Our unique languages. We've got about 52 dialects or more. More than that. 52 dialects. We've got a country that, you know, it used to be called Gold Coast. And then now, it's like you look at Ghana now, even, this is not a political thing. Now we're getting back some respect. It's like, look at the UN, when JM went, how he spoke. And the thing is, we've got all that in us already. How come we have to always fight to get what belongs to us? And Miss Ghana does that. Miss Ghana UK does that, because I know we've got
the Miss Africa, we got the Miss stuff, and all those stuff are pageants. This is a pageant this is not a pageant, this is kind of like an experience.
It's about life skills. We're giving these girls life skills for life.
Yes.
They're learning something that they will always use. I get ladies coming to me and say, you know what, I did a show, but however, when I go to an interview and I say I did Miss Ghana, the tone of the interview changes.
Because
they
you're
want
doing
to know
quality.
why you did it.
Yes.
And then when you start talking, be asking questions, so what did you gain from it? So we're educating. That's why our slogan is beauty with brains.
That's it. No, but that's fact. No, but that is fact. You see, it's not something that you just say. Because with me, before I actually took an interest in Miss Ghana, I felt, oh, there we go again. You know, girls parading around in their underwear. And one thing that I love about Miss Ghana too is there is the way that you structure their clothing is so elegant. It's so classy. Do you understand? You don't body shame. It's like, it doesn't matter what size you are embraced. You see, and as you rightly said, they are matured and all that stuff. You don't look at them as though, oh, you have to be a size 6, you have to be a size 8. No. You see. But one thing that you've put, your directives is, you have to bring something to the table.
You have to bring something to the table, and that's sometimes...
And then we can work with.
That's it. So that's what we always say. We will support you, but you also need to give back.
Yes,
it shouldn't be a one-way street.
That's it.
So if you come and you have that experience, and you can, even if you don't win, because I always say to the girls, the people that don't win probably do more.
Precisely. No, but it's true.
Yeah, because they have time to really get involved and do stuff.
And then you link them up. So as they've linked up, you are able to pave a way for them during the process where they are. You're able to pave a way for them whereby they're able to tap, okay, even though I didn't win, I can do X. Okay, if I go and see Miss Mavis, how can I, that kind of stuff. So long as and the thing is, your show has got this accreditation of the reputation. It's not just a pageant. Do you understand me? And this is one of the things that I want to put out, because when people see pageants, it's like empty.
And a lot of businesses do that. When you go to them, we're not really interested in no pageant. We're interested in housing. We're interested in business. We're not interested. But they don't realize that the platform gives these young women the opportunity to step
a foundation of building. It's kind of like a building block.
Yeah,
you give them a solid foundation to find out, because when you do the counseling, those 12 weeks are more to figure out where their skill set is, how to tap in whatever they're going through, to be able to come out to be resilient. Because when you are in
and some of them will walk in and say to you, I'm lacking confidence. I just want to be able to
speak in public.
That's it. And so I say to the girls, and a lot of the stuff that we tell them when we're training, we're working with them, is don't say that I'm going to go to Ghana and build an orphanage, because you're not. Relate it back to London, the UK, what you're doing here and how you can help your community, especially your peers.
Precisely.
We do our charity work in Ghana. We do that. We've got schools we support. We've got orphanage that we support.
A pound a pad, which I know you guys. Yeah.
So we've got a foundation.
I remember you guys went to Ghana to go and do a little party, and the party kind of
500 people.
There you go. In a primary school. You see, these are the stuff. These are the stuff that we're supposed to support. Do you understand? When you guys get the tickets, when you guys bring out the tickets and you're sort of like selling the tickets, these monies are not monies that you just use for this country. It's monies that you guys use to go and expand and help people in Ghana. So why are we not supporting? And I continue to say this. Let somebody die. You see
and get to blow
that the whole place is full up. I keep saying no disrespect to people that die, but the point is, let's support the living.
Yeah, and I think, what? It's a show. Miss Ghana is not just your average show.
Yes.
I think everybody needs to come and have that experience.
That's it.
I think you need to come and take the mind that it's a pageant and come and see the show, because it is a wholesome show.
100%.
It's a show that has everything in there.
Precisely.
We've got talent. So the talent segment is about what our theme is.
Yes.
The girls are learning traditional dancing.
Yes, it.
They're learning how to walk.
Yeah.
They're learning about
And their walk is in heels, like 6-inch heels. Yes.
So they're learning so much, and they'll be able to. They walk out of there with knowledge and power.
That's
and
it.
They're learning about their culture.
Yes.
Because they will say, I'm Ghanaian, I went to there in December, but
all that dirty something, which has no quality. They just go and spend about $3,000.
It's no quality. We started Dirty December 1999.
Back then there was no name given
it wasn't
to it.
Dirty.
There was no name given to it, but now they've actually coined it and then given it a name.
We started in 1999.
We started everything way back. But you know something, as we're saying that, you did a brilliant health show. I know, but this is linked to Miss Ghana UK because you did a health workshop, a health workshop, and you had some young doctors there and stuff, and the room was packed. When we got there was food. The room was packed. They gave information about people's health, and the young people that were there, and the knowledge that we even acquired was so astronomical. I want you to sort of like give us a background of like the reason why you chose that.
Okay, so shout out to Elizabeth, special lady. So we worked together previously, but we're really heavy on working with other groups as well. We want to work with, we don't want to reinvent the wheel all the time. So when we do a lot of stuff around women's health, mental health, everything. Elizabeth is doing quite a similar thing with women's health especially. So a couple of months ago, I just said, we spoke and I was like, let's do something together. And we penciled it. I said, let's put a date in. This is our calendar for the next 3 months. Let's pencil a date in. So we put a date in together. And then we just worked together to make the day happen. But what we didn't want it to be heavy. We didn't want the panelists to be too traditional, too old, because we wanted it interactive. So we selected the people that we thought can engage, make it soft. Because sometimes when you're talking people, the world is so heavy at the moment. So you just want it to be simple, understandable, user-friendly, that people be interactive, talk to each other, ask questions. And I think we achieved that. You didn't want to
scare people.
I didn't want to scare people.
Health, it's very, very depressing.
And it's something that we're definitely going to continue doing, because from that we saw that it's something that is definitely needed.
Yes.
There's a lot of issues that we can deal with, and especially men's health. Because when I was there and I saw a couple of guys and I was like, oh, we don't have a problem. And I'm like, what do you mean?
Men always say that they always have a problem.
Yeah.
Not that men.
So it's not just about the women's health. We're going to tap into the men's health as well.
Because you know, when you said that, I'm sorry to cut you, but when you said that, I remember I made a comment and I was saying that sometimes the women are the ones that are married to the men and going to the men. So if you give them an idea or give them the knowledge, there are things that they can actually identify. Even if the man is even being a little bit stubborn, you can identify it and try and kind of move him along.
Definitely. And I think it's something, definitely, after the show, we definitely have a plan for the next 6 to 12 months of what we're going to do at the foundation. And the focus is about working with the groups as well. Like Special Lady, we're definitely going to be doing stuff together. And Ghana Nursing Association came, we invited them, they came. Yes. So it's about, we need to think about the community and our health, because there's a lot of young people dying.
It's true.
Especially the boys, men.
It's true.
Young men.
It's true. And when you look at this health thing, and the last one was it not? No, it was 2 weeks ago that I did the show with Dr.
Khadija.
And then we talked about the food. And she goes, sometimes, because our food is a little bit heavy, down the line, you know, our metabolic system doesn't process it as
quickly,
and
especially
then
as we get older.
You see that we got high blood pressure, we got this. And it's not even something that's about cutting down, because you were saying that something like tomatoes is acidic, but we use it to cook a lot.
Everything.
And then she talked about salt, us reducing salt in our food because of our seasoning, because we can still season and still pour some next salt in it. You see, and she says that gives high blood pressure, and sometimes by the time you reach the age of 40, it impacts on you.
A lot of people have high blood pressure.
High blood pressure is the silent killer, that you can get a stroke. So she was talking about that. So, you know, that day when we came there, and we came to your stuff, and I remember lots of questions were asked. And then one of the questions that really stuck in my head was they were talking about period pains. And I remember there was, I think, was it
one of the
girls that she said she realized that having period pains at that time of the month, she realized that when it was very severe, she ended up changing her diet before, like 2 weeks before her period, because there were something things that she identified that triggers it. So she realized that, let's say, sometimes when it gets to that period stuff, people eat a lot of chocolate, people eat a lot of this, a lot of sweets. So she said she realized that there was something that triggered it, that made it more painful during that time. And I remember these are things that they need to know, instead of always going to their medicine cabinet and picking up something, which always has a knock-on effect. Do you understand? And I remember, but that health show, seriously, I got more out of it, which was so interesting, that when you're speaking to a young person, when somebody comes to you and say, I'm going through cramps, the next day you're getting a hot water bottle. But that doesn't do much.
You just kind of...
And then you give them paracetamol. But it is trying to minimize...
It's about diet, it's about exercising.
That's it.
And I think that's what we're lacking in our community.
You're talking about exercise. Every time I kind of see you at the gym. And I said, do mine for me. If I don't stop, But
you know what, Beatrice, it's not just about going to the gym. You can walk.
Yeah.
I always encourage people, if you don't want to go to the gym, and our age now, we have to be lifting weights. We have to.
Yeah, they say you have to do more of
strength training. Yes.
I remember somebody said that last week.
Yes.
There was strength training.
And it's about lifting weights. However, if you don't want to lift weights, go for a walk every day. Just walk for 30 minutes. You don't realize how much nature really does help you.
Yeah, but it kind of cleans out your lungs and all that.
Walking is one of the best exercises you can do.
I've got one of those treadmill kind of things in my house.
You're not using it. Everybody seems to have it, but nobody steps onto it.
Isn't it? The way you just said it, you think you're living in my yard.
So go outside, walk 30 minutes.
Because when you get out there, you have no option but to come back home.
That's it.
Yes.
Or if you're going home and you're going by bus, get off like 3 stops before and then walk. That's going to give you about 15 to 20 minutes. But we need to exercise. We need to watch what we're eating, especially as we get older.
Yes.
So that's my advice.
So now, when you are looking into like the future of things that you want to do, what would you want to do next? Because I know Miss Ghana, so that one you put here.
I think it's going to get to a stage in the next couple of years where I have to hand it down to the younger ones, because I'm 51 now.
Yeah, but you want to still...
I'll be around. Obviously, we'll be elders, like that overseeing and supporting them as much as we can. But I think I really want to focus more on the foundation side.
Okay. So what does the foundation do? I want you to talk about.
So the foundation, a lot of our initiatives comes from the pageant.
Okay.
So we started off with the sickle cell, mental health, youth violence, and then supporting the stuff in Ghana as well, and the parent hub. So the parent hub is about educating parents about things within the UK, like education. A lot of Ghanaian parents don't know about the education system. They don't realize that when your child starts from primary schools and moves along, a folder follows them all the way through. So wherever they get up to, it reaches secondary school. And sometimes what do teachers do? They'll be like, the parenting and social care.
That's it.
We need to know what the social care system is about. That's it. We need to have knowledge of it. We need to ask questions.
That's it.
When I talked about the education system, there was one point, I think, the child was going into a PRU, the special education for naughty secondary school children. And parents are not asking questions.
That's it.
And I'm like, do you know what a PRU is? The next stage from PRU, if you're not careful, is prison.
That's it.
Because they're going to go to a PRU school.
And I work for probation services.
There you go. There you go. Yes. So once they get to PRU, they're with other children that have been in trouble. And before you know it, your child's going to Feltham.
That's it.
Or wherever they're going.
And the moment they go there, that's it. And they come back, they can't get a good job. You see, and it spirals down. Yes. It spirals down.
So it's about that as well. So we get head teachers that can come in and feed into parents and say, okay, when you go, if you're not sure, take somebody with you that understands the system so that you're aware of what's going on. Parenting and policing. At one point, this joint enterprise thing that keeps going is about a lot of Ghanaian boys are getting into joint enterprise. They may not be the ones that are doing something, but they were around. So it's a collective.
Because the thing is, what they've said about crime is, even if you're going, with somebody and you decide to say that I changed my mind, the fact that you were with them at that present time, even you can go home and go and sleep.
Yes,
you're
and that's where joint enterprise comes into
That's it.
So all these things are things that affect our community dearly, and so that's why we as an organization are really passionate about
trying to educate the parents.
The parents.
And this is where my disappointment is like, you do workshops like this and
they don't turn up.
They don't turn up. Then, because I remember there was a point, and I know there was a point whereby when Anabanga got killed and everybody was crying, I got very upset. And I said, when he was doing what, because I knew Elian, he went to primary school, my son. When however he got to where he got to, where were the adults advising him? So when the parents were crying and throwing themselves all over this floor, I was proper pissed. Because why would a community know that something is so wrong and then we don't support the parents? If there's a workshop, we don't go to. When things, you see, the funny thing is the information is out there. These are not, even your workshops are free. They are, you see, this workshop, if it's, the workshops are free.
I'll even hold you back. We were doing at one point, and we will do it again. We were doing tree classes.
Yes.
Subsidizing it, so you have to pay £60 for like 12 weeks.
Which is cheap. Because when you're doing a language, even in this country, you pay over thousands of, if you're doing French, if you're doing Spanish, whatever language you do. This one, and this is not even, and these ones are you buying tapes. No, the languages they're talking about, unless you go into a class whereby you have to enroll, that one you're paying, let's say £500, you're paying,
But I think sometimes our community needs to pay to attend.
Like, no, but my point is, but what I'm saying is, if you're doing the equivalent, what they pay doesn't even amount to.
But that's what I'm saying, that maybe we need to charge, because maybe we respect higher prices rather than giving it for free. Because when you're doing it as a community thing, like, I'm helping to support the community, so the prices, they don't turn up. But they'll go and pay £500 if somebody is doing it over there, because...
No, but do you know what the joke is? The joke is we don't value.
No.
The thing is, I don't think it's about the high price, because now if you do like £500, somebody say, oh, look at her, she wants to get rich off me. They don't see the quality that we have. Because, you know, when I say that, and I'll always go back to this, during COVID, they say we should eat ginger, we should eat pepper, we should eat garlic. Wash our hands. These were things that we were doing. We have always set the tone and the trend for stuff. And yes, we don't value it till somebody comes out. Look at shea butter. I always say this about shea butter. Shea butter, if you go to L'Occitane, L'Occitane sells a shoe size for £20. Whereas when you go to Ghana, you can get a whole container.
A whole tub of it.
When we're talking about Niche chocolate is, you know, when I tasted it, I only tasted it, was it last April? And I loved it. It's got different flavors. It's got mango. It's got, it's proper light. It's better, and I don't know, people that they like the other chocolate, what was the other one? No, the one that, Golden Tree. Yeah, Niche is better than Golden Tree. And I realized that we don't promote what we have. Whatever we have, we don't promote it.
I think we need to become more of manufacturing nation when it comes to these things, because what we learned through the Cocoa Board was the retailers get the biggest chunk out of the bar.
Yes.
Because they get about, I think it's like probably about 70%. So the farmers get this much, the next stage they get this much, and then when it comes to the retail side, because they're the ones that got the customers, they get the most money.
Let me tell you the joke. I did tourism, in my degree. I did tourism in my HND. And during that tourism, I did marketing. And I found out that the cocoa that they buy from Africa, instead of them to give us that price, they have, not vendors, but people that, let's say that we've got 10 farmers, Somebody would come and say, they'll set up dummy companies. And then they will say, you know what, we're buying the cocoa for this amount of money. Yes? We're buying it for this amount of money. And when the time comes, they will all draw back. So now, you knowing that your cocoa will go off. No, you know that your cocoa, because cocoa is a perishable good. Then you have to cut down the price. And then what they do now is, they now would go, let's say that somebody that does body cream and stuff will say that, okay, they will align themselves with them and say that, oh, after you've taken what you're going to use for the chocolate, I either want the husk for this, I want this for my hair product, I want this for this, I want this for this. So then the farmer now hasn't got much. But if like the other companies were not dubious, we would be able to make money from it. And what they used to do butter trade. They will actually do the chocolate and then come back to you and say, you know what, a cocoa powder, we do all those stuff. Oh, so we'll do it and then we'll come and sell it back to you. But when they are doing it, they're doing butter trade. So I don't know how now.
I think for Ghana, we're quite fortunate that Cocoa Board was set up because they're the only people that can buy from the farmers directly. No other company, no individual can go in and say, I'm going to this farm to go and buy it. It's not like that for other countries. And when we had this meeting yesterday, this round table with the Queen, she said that Nigeria, they don't do that. Everybody can go in and just buy. But in Ghana, the only people you can tap into is the Cocoa Board. They're the only, they will buy it.
Put structures in place.
There's structure in place. So Ghana's really done very well. We're very strict,
organized.
Yes, when it comes to that. And she said it yesterday that Ghana is one of the best countries that has, the best thing that we did was have Cocoa Board because it stops anybody going into
penetrating and trying to undercut.
Yes. So they come with the price, they give it to the farmers, and they support them with fertilizers and things like that just to make sure that the process is smooth.
But what I don't understand is we've got good soil. Why do they... Anyway, that's another issue for another...
We're from Miss Ghana.
So from Miss Ghana's point, now, you know, like with cocoa, you got the cocoa butter cream, you got the oil, you got all those stuff. Did you guys go, or you didn't go and see how it was produced? I'm talking about the oils for the skin.
When we went to Niche, we kind of saw that process.
Okay, so Niche does body stuff.
Yeah. So they showed us the whole process, and once they squeeze the chocolate bit, what the next bit for the butters, and they've got scientists in the labs. They've got labs within the thing.
Nice.
So it's set up in a way that you see the beginning of the process.
The beginning to the end.
And we met, you know, I've got videos, maybe next I'll send it and you can see. But yeah, Niche has got that.
Nice.
The process, they've got a very good process. The factory is
top notch.
And the end products,
top notch. Nice. So moving swiftly, because before you know, the time will go. The foundation. What are the things that you feel can push it ahead? Because I know you've got loads of ideas.
I think we're going to streamline it to about three or four different, as we have the initiatives, and focus on it more. Okay. So we had something in planning called the Yasantua project, which is support doing almost like a 12-week program with girls. But it's something that we have we want the foundation to also and the show to go more global. So we want to tap into other areas that we're currently not tapping into. And the whole idea, hence why I said in future, in the next couple of years, I'll kind of step back and we can really focus on the foundation, what we're doing with it. Because whatever we do there, it helps the girls anyway, so.
Okay, so, you know, this year, how many contestants applied?
I think it was about 30-something.
And then we have to streamline it.
And we streamlined it. So the weirdest thing is, so we kind of narrowed it down, had the contestants, and then we had about 5 to 6 girls that had to drop out because they had like deaths. Grandmom passed away, grandmother, health issues. So then we had to go back and try and fill those gaps. So for the first few weeks, it was quite difficult because we're behind the scenes, we're trying to fill out those gaps. And then we decided to go for 10 girls because when we've done more contestants, the show takes longer. Imagine having 16 girls all having to come on. So instead of a 4-hour show, it could be 6-hour show. So we're trying to narrow it down to 10 or 12. And that's the maximum we want to go for going forward because it makes the show tighter. And it's worked for us in the last couple of years. So maybe one year when we get to 40, we might go for 21 girls or something else. But for now, we've got 10 girls, and I think it's just the perfect number.
Okay, I know, producer, I know we've got some of the girls. If you can sort of like, the girls, and I want you guys to start, when the time comes, vote for these girls. So we're going to be showing them. And then you see the beauty that Ghana has. Dang, we've got beautiful young ladies,
Make sure that we have all the contestants.
Yes, so we have to make sure that, so we got contestant 6, 3, and we don't have a preference. We don't have a preference because they're 12 this year, or is it 10?
10.
Okay, they're 10 this year. So, you see, this is Ghana's beautiful young ladies. You see? So there's going to be a point whereby you guys will have to vote.
So the voting system is currently open.
Okay.
So you can just go in and vote for your favorite contestant. And from that, 20% of their mark this year is going to come from that particular part. So 80% will be actual the judges.
Okay.
But 20% of their mark. And also, for the first time, we're having People's Choice winner. So there'll be a winner that people from the voting system who actually choose, like, I want this one to be the winner of Miss Ghana because of what I've seen through the journey.
Yeah. So you're going to be showing it. So when you go on the system, you see the journey.
Yeah, I think I sent it to producer.
Oh, okay.
So you can just press the button. If you go on Miss Ghana UK Instagram page or our TikTok page, the link is there. Or the website.
Yes.
It's actually on the website.
Okay.
So the best place to go to is our website, www.missghanauk.co.uk. And then you just do vote. Joey, if you can, producer, if you can get it on, if possible, Miss Ghana UK. And then you just vote for your favorite contestant.
Wow. No, but you see, Miss Ghana is, when you say something is improving, you can't improve on quality, but you continue to excel. That's what I say. You continue to excel. You see, the thing is, they say you give omnis to what omnis belongs to, and trust me, you guys, you see, when you look at them, they look like Barbie dolls, innit? That's my girl. I remember do you know that when the mom won, the mom was rolling. I was behind the mom.
Floor hurt.
The mom was, no, because I was seeing this woman rolling, so I thought she had a fit. I didn't realize that she was. So producer is trying to see whether we can get. But if we can't get it, as May said, go on Instagram.
You can do it on the screen.
Okay. He said you can do it on the screen. You see,
go to homepage.
Oh crap! Before I drop up my mic, boy. So I go to homepage.
Yeah.
And then
scroll up, maybe.
Scroll up.
Yeah. Keep going. Scroll up.
Right. Don't proper interactive, innit? I said vote now.
Yep.
And then.
And there's the score so far. Can you see? Here.
Where is it? Come on. Where are you? Okay.
So far, this is the live voting system.
Oh, nice. Wow. So then, okay, I'm not going to press anything before somebody says I'm being biased, innit? We ain't touching nothing. Wow. No. Oh, my goodness. Oh, this is so beautiful. You see, and this shows that we are in the, what's it called?
Modern times.
Yeah, the modern times. Like first, now what would you use? A telephone. Remember, you have to phone in it. But now, these are the votes and these are the girls. So when you press, you see, the reason why I didn't want to press one is, I would have
It's a paying system, so it's 99p to vote.
Oh, okay.
So you press it and then you choose whoever you want. So these people have been voting.
Okay, so I'm going to go and then vote. The reason why I said I didn't want to press is you go and press it now. They said if that person happens to win, they said, oh, when they came on Omega, that person got pressed. So it shows that they chose her, and we don't want any conflict. We do not.
When you get home and you want to privately vote, you vote.
Yes. Okay,
so we have Priscilla. Yes. Contestant number 1 is Priscilla. Mm-hmm. Contestant number 2 is I'm going to call her because her name is Lemuela. Okay. And then contestant number 3 is Golda.
Okay. Okay, so you push it up,
So That's contestant number 3.
Yeah.
Contestant number 4 is Efia.
Okay.
5 is Rachel.
Okay.
6 is Ohalia. Oh, over here.
Okay.
Miss Prempe. 7 is Abigail.
Okay.
8 is
wow, you know your women, but
Amy. She's down here.
Okay, yeah, Amy Afia.
Jemfua.
Yeah, Jemfua.
And then number 9 is Shadell.
Okay.
And number 10 is Michelle.
Where's Michelle? Nice. Oh. So please, guys, go on it, vote. You see, vote. And the funny thing is, regardless of the 99p, trust me, you guys are voting to change somebody's life. Because when they win, what do they win?
They'll get a ticket to go to Ghana, cash prize.
But all of them go to Ghana to begin with, or they don't?
No, they don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
the person that wins goes
to Ghana and then do some of the charity works out there. And so a few years ago, we had the opportunity to get send a letter to Otumfuo.
Okay.
Because we wanted to work with Masante Hema. So he approved it. And then we wanted her to give us 2 schools. Because we spent so much time in Accra and the surrounding areas that we wanted to go to Kumasi, the Ashanti region. So we had 2 schools that the Nana Hema nominated, which was Sewa Nyako and Efiakobi Secondary School, girls' schools. So right now we're trying to raise funds to do an IT lab for them.
Okay.
And that's what our project is going to be for 2025, especially for Ghana. And obviously we support the orphanage there. We got an all-girls orphanage in Winneba that we're supporting.
Okay.
So we got an all-girls orphanage that we're supporting as well. So
yeah.
Ghana's really, and also the Street Academy School.
No, go on. I'm listening, yeah.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to the journey next year, taking a winner to Ghana, so they can do that. And also, we're looking forward to the show. We're getting excited now. We've got 3 weeks. So we need all the support from the community. People go out there, buy tickets. You can get your tickets from Eventbrite. Just go to Miss Ghana UK. We want to see the community show up. Come to the show. Take a day away from the funeral. Just come to the show and see what Miss Ghana is really about.
Thank you. You know, there's a question that's coming.
Oops.
That it says,
oops.
How are you able to source out your girls? How do you sort of like select these girls? And we know that it's not easy to convince them to come on the show. So, like, to register.
Application form goes out and we leave it for them to apply for it. But I think we've kind of relied a lot on social media for our promotional stuff when it comes to Miss Ghana UK the last few years because of the era they were in. But we also realized that the traditional, the televisions and the radios, there's other areas that we need to tap into more because that's where some of the older people are that will not necessarily be on social media. So we're finding a balance. So like this year we've printed out flyers again to go into the shops because there's people that might want to come but they're not aware of it.
I'll take some of it. And the reason why I say I'll take some of it is I go to Tottenham and all those stuff. So I will take it with me. I've got some West Indian friends that they like Ghana. So, and I've got some friends that
bring your crew again.
Yes. So, sis, so you see how the time has gone so quick.
Gosh, yeah.
So, I want you to give us like your last word, what support you need from us, what you feel is needed to support Miss Ghana, what we can do, what you expect from our community.
Okay, well, as always, funding is a great thing because that's what makes the show happen because Miss Ghana is not a profit-making organization. We pour back into the community. So every penny that we get goes straight back in. We want people to share the flyers and share the promotional stuff and come to the show.
Yes.
And vote for the girls. Go to the website, missghanauk.co.uk and vote. All the information's there or follow us on our social media pages.
Next week when I do the show, I'm going to get some tickets and I'm going to raffle it out. So I want people to tune in but still vote. Come on, I've got some young person coming in and I want us to, I know I keep saying that we should support. Let's not do lip service. Let's let our actions come into play. Sis, thank you so much for coming on the show, and it's always a privilege for you to come down. Even though I have to kick you, I have to drag you kicking and screaming, but hey, you know what? It's always wonderful to see you. So you know what? Thank you so much for watching the show. I am very appreciative of you supporting Omega TV UK. You see, our award is here, and as I always say, I thank my producer and Sister Danswa for my producer Joe and Sister Danswa for always continuing to support the youth, and the evidence is there. They should add cash to it in a big contract, but hey, that's on me.
It shall come. It will come.
No, we shouldn't rush it. They should do it. So thank you so much for supporting the show. Thank you for giving us your time. And please go to Miss Ghana and vote. And we need cash as well. So good night and have a lovely evening.
Thank you.